"Those creatures are yours," Lily asked. "Bow before your queen," the woman snapped. Lily gasped and bowed. This was Queen Nair, and what happened to her? "Your Highness, I words failed Lily. "Don't speak." The Queen's voice had dropped down to the rasp. "You are different from the other children. You do not weep at night. Perhaps you have a royal blood, or you come from the line of conjurers." Lilith tried to explain that she was only a peasant girl who helped her parents on their small farm. "No matter," the Queen interrupted. "You will never leave this place." The Queen raised her hand, and in the darkness around the edges of the hall, things began to move. They crawled and scrambled over each other into the light, toward Lily. Lily gasped. In the darkness, the creatures had been frightening, but now that Lily could see them clearly, they looked ridiculous. They were thin and covered with dark fur, except for one spot on their round bellies. Their fearsome claws that made them waddle like the fat chicken on their parents' arm. Their large black eyes made her think of the puppy's face when he'd done something bad. Lily couldn't help herself. She began to snicker, then giggle, then howl with laughter. She was laughing so hard, she was crying. The fabric found on paved wet bedroom floors stung her hand. She used it to dry her tears. Once the creature started from the ground and snatched the handkerchief. It scrambled to the Queen and offered the cloth to her with a bow. Queen Nair dropped the fabric into a bowl of dark liquid and started to bubble. With shaking hands, she brought the bowl to her lips and drank. Slowly she began to stand up; her face brightened and softened until a beautiful woman stood before Lily. After a few moments, Queen Mary gave her a smile. "I need to tell you a tale," she said. The Queen told Lily how, before their defeat, the conquerors had surrendered 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 control of their creatures but cursed her at the same time. The Queen had to drink the potion made with children's tears each day, and she would die. To make matters worse, if the Queen had any children, the curse would pass down to them. For some time after the war, people were still suffering. It was easy to get the children's tears. I knew simply to comforting them, the Queen explained. As the sadness from the war faded, though, I grew desperate. I used my creatures to send the children bad dreams, so I could keep them from suffering in the real world. The potion was made from tears of fear and sadness, though, so it changed me. I'm so sorry. I never thought to try tears of joy. The curse made me give up hope. I decided to have no children, so as not to pass on the curse. I am the last of the royal line, the Queen said. The Queen sadly. The Queen had tears on her own cheeks now. Your joyous tears are far more powerful than tears of sadness. However, they have turned this curse into blessing, the Queen said. From that date forward, the Queen Nair had her creatures bring joyful dreams to all the children in her kingdom. Lily and Queen became friends. They often traveled across Berlin together, where once the Queen had brought comfort from Sur. She now brought the joy of laughter when anyone, especially children, wept with joy. Queen Anne was there to dry their tears. When she grew old, Queen Anne named Lily to her heir to the throne. That is how a brave peasant farm girl made a queen avoid the worst effects of a curse and became a queen herself.